Hi, we're back. Thanks for staying with us. Don Baillargeon, and joined in studio now by Mr. Brian Altunian, Chief Operating Officer of Platinum Studios, stock symbols PDOS. Brian, always good to see you.
Hi, Don. Good to be here.
Now, you're coming back off a pretty exciting weekend for the company. You were down in San Diego at the Comic-Con convention. You gave us a short report, but why don't you give us the long version today?
Okay, good, sure. Well, Comic-Con has now become, well, first of all, this year was their 40th anniversary, and it's really become this, everybody calls it now this youth culture event of the year. Okay. It was, you know, it's basically an opportunity for comic publishers, creators, you know, and it's a consumer trade show. So, and they're public to get together, and they actually transact business. They sell comic books. They have collectors there, and it's grown into this huge event now, where every major film studio, television network, game company, you know, they're all down there showing really what's happening in the media space over the next couple of years. So, you know, this is where they often show their, show their films or show a clip of an upcoming film. Iron Man 2 just finished production, and the entire cast, and Jon Favreau, the director, was there. They showed 5 minutes, specially tuned for that Comic-Con audience, because it's such fervent, really kind of a trend-setting kind of an audience. And so being the first ones out there and showing clips of movies to that particular crowd really sets off a marketing campaign for a studio.
Well, you know, it's just so amazing to see something like Comic-Con and the growth they've experienced in 40 years. Because I would imagine back in 1969, it was a bunch of dealers and collectors getting together and looking at books on convention tables.
Exactly.
And now, it was all over the news. 100,000 people are descending upon San Diego for Comic-Con, and probably as many couldn't get a ticket to get in because it was sold out hopelessly for weeks. Right. It's got to be exciting for companies like yours to be able to show what you're doing to that attentive of an audience.
Absolutely. Well, and I'll tell you, because it kind of goes along with the history of Platinum Studios as well. Because over the course, you know, Platinum Studios has, over the course of the last 12 years, we've amassed a very large library of comic book material. And, you know, prior to 2006, we weren't producing or publishing our own titles, but we were, you know, amassing a large library. So we never went to Comic-Con, you know, to have a big booth set up and deal with the consumer trade, because it really wasn't part of our business model. Our business model was taking our properties and licensing it out to studios and networks. But we were always in attendance, and it was a great chance for us to meet, great chance to go and meet all the people from around the world that we've been, you know, doing business with all year long. This year, though, was a breakout year for us, because after talking about it for several years, this was the first year that we were actually able to show something that our consumer audience, our audience, is going to be looking for coming up, and that was, we showed a clip of showed some back behind-the-scenes footage and some clips from our movie Dead of Night, which we just finished filming in New Orleans. So for us, it was a bit of a coming-out party as well. Yeah. We were on a panel talking about the impact of the web on movie making and on the studios, and that was live feedback, because, you know, web bloggers now, they consider themselves to be journalists, and they're talking about the film, and again, having those folks be, you know, I won't say be in favor, but, you know, really getting an early look at your picture can really impact what they communicate out there to the audience. And so great feedback on the clips from the film. We hosted the largest Hollywood party, co-hosted the largest Hollywood party of the weekend, a party called the Wrath of Khan Party. And so again, you know, we're showing bits of the movie to, you know, celebrities. You know, Daughtry was playing there. I mean, it's one of the really wild kind of Hollywood kind of parties at Comic-Con, and that's kind of what Comic-Con's become. 150,000 fans, and it's become, you know, it's a place to see and be seen. They showed Twilight again, and the entire cast from Twilight and Heroes and The Fringe and Iron Man, and Jim Cameron showed a bit of his 3D movie Avatar, which is the new big, you know, movie coming out next year. And so Zack Snyder was showing the director's cut of the, you know, the extended version of Watchmen. And so, you know, a lot of this stuff that's sort of been in the media lately, boy, it was all happening down at Comic-Con this year. You know,
I have to tell you, Brian, it is so much fun to have watched the development of your company in about a year or so that we've been covering the company, and how you have become, and I mean this as Platinum Studios and frankly Brian Altunian as well, but you've become a major Hollywood player in this town, and I've seen that happen inside of a year. I mean, it's been a meteoric rise for you folks, and with the movie coming out sometime, what, in 2010?
Right.
No signs of stopping, I would imagine.
No, and this was really part of the plan. It's interesting because the small cap market is really a great place for early stage companies to get some access to some liquidity, get some access to some capital, and really move from R&D development phase into a commercialization phase. And for us at Platinum Studios, it really was the same thing, although on the entertainment side of things. So we really moved purposefully the last year from a company that just amassed comic material and licensed it out to others to a company that is now producing our own material. We're going to have announcements, Don, in the next few weeks. We've signed 5 television deals on our properties. We just signed a 10-title video game development deal on our properties. The feature film projects that we've got with all of the studios are moving full force. In fact, at Comic-Con, I got the chance personally to run into Alex Kurtzman of the Kurtzman and Orsi duo. Now, these are the 2 guys who produced Transformers and Star Trek, and they're really they're the lead folks on our Cowboys and Aliens project and Atlantis Rising. And I got a chance to say hello to Alex Kurtzman. He said to me, "We're so excited. We're there. This is moving. This is going to be a great time for us to be working together." Now, I was honored to be having a conversation with him, and he acted like, "Hey, we're with Platinum Studios. This is a great thing for us." So this last year has been a really, really great opportunity, despite what's happened in the market, and despite what stock prices do. That all seems to be that market's going to do what it does. For us as a company and our evolution, this has been a very, very big year for us.
It's interesting because last weekend, my wife and I took our daughter to see the latest kid movie that had come out, and we're sitting there during the coming attractions, and they're showing coming attractions of movies coming out more than a year away.
Right.
I would have to imagine that it's not going to be too long before we'll be exposed to trailers of Dead of Night, which we're expecting to be released sometime in 2010?
That's right. That's right. Our goal right now, and just to give you a sense of the process, and I know a lot of people say, "Oh, well, you finished filming. When's it coming out?" There's always an anticipation as if it's going to happen in the next week, and people will be really amazed if they go through the process. First of all, it's an incredibly collaborative effort. There are so many people involved. We are actually going to get to view the director's cut next week, which is the first time that really for most of the producers will be able to actually see it for the first time. The word is that it's it's tight, it's coming together, it's beautiful. Obviously now we have to put the music and the sound effects and the special effects into it, so it'll still take a few more months for us to finish it, but we'll have something that we can show our distribution partners, I should say our targeted distribution partners, because our big thing right now, even though we have a guaranteed national release, we are looking for a domestic distributor to come and take that movie and distribute it in feature films. Once that's locked in, those trailers will start to happen. We've cut a few things. I was hoping to be able to show something this week, but our marketing folks have asked us just to hold off a little bit longer before we put it out there. But we're going to have something for this audience to see as well, a little background on the film. We've just put up the website. We'll have some more trailers and behind-the-scenes stuff that will be coming out soon. But you're right, very, very soon in theaters you're going to see the Dead of Night trailers.
Well, I'm going to hold you to you letting us put that here on Money TV, because we've been talking about it for about 6 months, and I've got to make a promise to the audience, got to keep it.
Absolutely.
Once again, Platinum Studios, stock symbols PDOS. Brian, it's always a pleasure having you in the program.
Thank you, Don.
When it comes to taking care of yourself and your own personal health, there are so many more opportunities available to you. Science and technology have been joined by natural, holistic, even spiritual methods. We talk about all of those things, science, technology, everything, here on Health This Week, my new television show. For more information, find a TV station near you. Go to the website, healththisweek.com. On the Money Wrap radio program this week, well, the Fed says they see stability, and I wonder, do you feel stable? We're going to talk about that this weekend. For a radio station near you, go to moneywrap.com. Call us right now, 888-259-4449 for free information and mail about our featured guests, including Park Place Energy and Platinum Studios. When you do call, be sure and ask to be added to the subscription list of our Money TV newsletter. It's a free publication. Call us at 888-259-4449 or visit us online at moneytv.net. That's our program this week. Thanks so much for joining us. As always, we'll see you next week.